Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello. Oh, I fucking hate this. An hour ago, Disco was up and well and running, and now neither the app nor the web page is working for me. So, I'm guessing it's an ISP problem. Who knows? Yeah, it's a feature. Ah! But hello, Pinhead, Gerry, Danley, Red was. Welcome to this very odd stream. I tried rebooting, I tried restarting Discord, I tried everything I could think of in that short amount of time, and I don't know what's happening. So if you still have Discord, not unlikely, but yeah. Oh, is it now starting? Probably not. I'm looking at spinny thingamajigs. Yeah, I checked with an online service that checks if this site is down, and that told me, nope, Discord's fine. So I'm guessing it's an ISP problem, which wouldn't be the first, and probably not the last. Yeah. Maybe it's an DDoS that hasn't been fully accepted by the world by now. Yeah. It's annoying. On a watch list. I don't hope that's the case. But yeah, for some odd reason, traffic is slow. Let's see, does my Fritzbox tell me anything? No. Connected, running, all's fine. Well, in that case, can't help it. So, well, onward we go, shall we? Let's make sure you don't get any of my weird online noises. Let me put in some background music for myself. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just a literal me problem. Me slash my my ISP. We had problems with YouTube lately in the evenings, but now it seems like Discord is just not playing ball at all. Yeah. What annoys me most, it's not just the app, it's also the website that it's really crawlingly slow, so there must be something wrong on that end. Can't be helped. This is too loud. That's better. Now, where did I put the peoples? There's the peoples. Weekend Project Flower Shop. Seemed appropriate. Yeah. Especially when you were just mowing the lawn. Let's see. I need this window. And then I'm gonna call this here. No, wrong lever. How do we manage? Yeah. First project of the day. Let's go. Where is it? Tuck. Oh, let's. We don't need this today. So, first project I actually collected today is by Mr. Jefferson Powers. Every game is miniatures agnostic, a sentiment that's I think to the liking of Mr. Gerry there. So this is for Spring Clean, which is a theme for today, and yeah, I guess we all have seen the Predator and the very colorful aquarium plants. Not sure if he's going anywhere past this first step, but he wants to get something unplayed games to the table. Isn't he supposed to be invisible? I think that's depending on if he wants to be invisible. Catholic priest study. Oh, Mr. Keyboard, I see what you did there. Naughty, naughty. So there's not much to be seen yet. It's miniatures, though. What's wrong with him? He looks a bit malnourished. Yeah, but other than that, really nicely made miniatures. And there's the oh, just out of reach. There's the alien, or rather, the Predator. So, Mr. Jefferson Powers, please, would you kindly, where's my linkage? Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Please update your project. It's been a month since you last did something. We need more. We can't be just looking at a single picture without anything happening. To be fair, I took the liberty of grabbing the oldest projects I could find for Spring Clean Challenge 2026 today, so be aware of that. Next one, Mr. Keybob. Second in line. Ewok gets pulped. I feel, Mr. Keybob, you are venturing into so many different project systems. How do you even keep up? How do you keep track of anything? Oh, very colorful, very bright pinkish. Well, it's different. Oh, look, and he did cars. And don't be sorry. We know you aren't. Oh, good question, Gerry. Has he seen the 1930s cars Kickstarter? These would be perfectly... The worst part I feel for that Kickstarter Gerry was mentioning is that they put out beautiful painted prints of their miniatures, but we can still see print lines, which is annoying, at least for me. I think. The IG 3000 truck, yeah. Oh, did I tell you what I'm drinking today? Take a wild guess. Cheers. Indeed it is! But I'm not going to repeat that word. Yeah. Tonight's slow internet production is brought to you by Telecom. But let's not be distracted. The next project, I think they're all quite short, though there's one that really takes the cake in regards of being ultra short. And that's this one by Mr. Haldin? Whatever. Death Watch Overkill. Yeah? Please be doing stuff. Planning the first big update for April 4 to 5. Excellent camouflage. Yeah, I think we can call that very good camouflage. The alien is in plain hiding. Well, yes, but he's referring to Spring Clean 2026, so I think it would be easily forgiven for us to think that he would use April 2026. Looks like the exact right amount of Games Workshop. This might be age getting to me, but I am tiring of bashing on Games Workshop. It's like hitting a dead horse. It's no fun anymore. Well, but because he hasn't got any entry, I can't even leave a comment that we looked at it, which is annoying, really, to say the least. But then there's this. Inquisitor Jack Draco and an Imperial Agent's Army by Elysium 64. Now this is looking interesting. Started a couple years ago. A couple years is a relative term. I'd rather like to know when exactly. So he's already having some things done. And he's adding more stuff. To be brutally honest, when I saw this picture, I first thought, oh, he's building the interior of the AA-5 speeder from Star Wars Legion. But I think that's not the case here. I think that's this little thing in the background, whatever it's called. And so far, I like the fact that he has a trike with a dwarf, an assassin, and whoever that guy, dude, lady is. Earlier posts date back to 2022. The army box so far untouched. I feel untouched boxes is a theme for Spring Clean in a way. Yeah, and this is now. So this first entry is from March, and then we go down to February 23 and beyond. So this idea seemingly has been sitting on his shelf for some time. Yeah, that's true. The author has died. Ian Watson. Maybe that's the reason why he picked it up back again, but it might be a coincidence. Or does he say in the pretext? Stick to rules. No, I don't think he's referring to the death of the late Watson. Oh yeah, that's an even worse coincidence then. Maybe he's now not wanting to finish that project after all, just because reasons. Oh, and I'm guessing a few of you have seen what's their faces? The guys who do Space King, and they did a review of certain things in Warhammer. I think was it books, no, or just lore, and they really took a beating on Ian Watson, and just a few days after he passed, and they edited heavily. 15mm bolt action board. Well, things can't be helped. Next project. This one is for Mr. Gerry himself. It's the Moldy Award-winning Moonstone. Mr. Pick Moo is dusting off his puck of war. Oh, they do acknowledge that he's a good author, but that he had a bit of a weird tone of writing, and I'm not sure if that is something that got lost in translation or if they just were looking for weird stuff. So this is Moonstone. This looks like a rather comprehensive collection? Question mark? It doesn't look like there's many miniatures missing out of the overall range. Hello, Manda, welcome. At the painted miniatures, that's what we're here for. So many painted miniatures. Oh no. Oh, that's a fold on the neck. That's okay. That's not a mold line then. I would be surprised. So the collection has, I'm guessing, grown substantially. Oh look, this guy, I don't know the name. I recognize him that he's now a begin, a level up knight or something. What's his face? Oh, my brain and names is horrible. Overall, these paint jobs are really nice, crisp, and clean. Except for the rust, which is appropriate, I think. The basing is also very something different with individual shingles. Crisp and clean. Adding the Squire, yes, that's the one. I'm still how to put it? If I were any better at painting object source lighting, I'm still hanging on to the idea to have the miniatures painted in a way that the only source of light would be a moonstone on the base, so that, like, here there would be light coming from the moon, from the stone, just lighting up the miniature from underneath, because the game plays at night, if I remember correctly. So we need less light on the miniatures. The end is nigh. Well, he looks like a rather happy chappy for someone who's proclaiming that the end is coming. Yeah, that the striping, it looks very much like cloth, not a flat surface that someone just slapped brown paint over. Oh, would you look that fancy frog creature thingamajig? No, there's no mode lines. You must have been imagining that. Look, there's the auntie bringing soup. And the lovely neighbor coming over to borrow some sugar. And the evil witch. The lady from the pond. Is she the one who's distributing swords as a means of, what do you call it? Leadership? These are so colorful, it's almost hurting me eyes. Now I need to get this closed a bit, because I'm losing my thingamajig. Oh, here we can see the work he's done for his bases. So this is really crafty. Mother, Maiden, Crone, the three sisters. Ah! See, this is why I need a co-host, because I clearly know bugger all about most miniature games I don't play. Even though games like Moonstone actually deserve way more, way more time in the spotlight, I feel. Oh look, a flying froggo. Just make it up. You see, that's like telling me to just cross the road at night when the lights are red. I can't. I just can't. Yeah, but so far this is very, very cool indeed. And now I need to get my text again. Walk down and go ham. April 7th. Pigmoo, please continue. But. So, next on the docket, I'm losing control here. Mr. Flat Battery starting a shamble with Saga. Yeah, but there weren't any stop signs saying we can't. Mr. Keybob. Nobody said stop. So, Dungeon Saga Origins with Saga Saga, and even more Saga. Where do we go from here? First we hit the buttons, and then we need that tab. Exactly, we wouldn't have understood somebody going, "Stop!" Lovely, lovely seeping wounds on ghouls. They look a bit radiated. So, a very extensive list of paints for some ghouls. The small unswinging hill. Oh god. Haha. Yeah. That's a hill, I'd say. Yeah. Have fun completing those. And Mantic terrain, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure about the green terrain stuff, but the brown very well is Mantic. My expectations are higher than my ability. I know that feeling. I lose interest far too easily. Yeah, been there, done that. Why is it that we are our worst critics at any given time? Feels like we never really value our own achievements to the degree that they should be. Greenish gold for treasure. it's patina. It's all just what's it called again? Oh, you know what I mean. Verdigris, that's the word I was looking for. Because we know the truth about ourselves. My missus can be a worse critic than me. Well, that's always the danger of asking a third party to criticize your work. The miniatures in decent made me put down my paintbrush for 3 years. Oh, God. Don't tell my wife. we have decent somewhere, and I think I promised her to actually do them at one point in time. Ah. Oh, red, but I think that's something completely different. If your wife calls you fat and you see yourself cuddly, just meet somewhere in the middle. Great game, horror to paint. Yeah, it's pretty much true. And I'm bad at it. Painting and playing the game. Geyseric 08. There's Frostgrave. I see Dungeons and Dragons. I'm guessing those are just for monsters. The box of TT Combat Terrain was made to put away when I bought into it, but the same to train mushrooms and TD Giant. When a certain high street console gaming shop was closing down for the first time? For the first time? Well, that's a nice way to do it, Manda. Aim for a achievable goal and then be happy with it. She said that she would play my game. She's under the impression that as someone who doesn't like war games at all, she would be the best judge. Well, I would phrase it the other way around. If she doesn't likes playing war games at all and she enjoys your game even a little bit, you can't be wrong. My guess. Oh look, mushroom and spooders and different types of other things. And square bases. He can fulfill now the bestiary tick list. Move on to the next step. I used to be an adventurer like you, then something something. Roll dice. See, when I played with my mate Frostgrave for several weeks in a row, we never used the random encounter table. We were just so busy playing the scenarios that we wouldn't want to make our life even harder playing with extra evils. Yes, Ewok, we've seen your tutorial on fixing square bases. And I'm pretty sure Gerry is very much wanting to delete that at some point. Oh, that's so much stuff. Tell you what, if you are really finishing this project, this is going to be really impressive. I'll be very much impressed if you get all these things built, painted, and out the door. Mr. Geyserdick 08. Warren told Gerry he could ban Ewok for it. Well, maybe not ban it, but just change the subject or something. Plus, Warren hasn't been around for a long time. Does he even still hold power to any degree? Next up, LSR 2590. It was mildly amusing, and I think you're still allowed to join the site for reasons of April 1st. But I think at any other time in year, Gerry might have enforced things upon you. So he says 40k, but these are only 15 millimeter. A custom 40k Imperial Guard army in a smaller scale. On a really smaller scale. Yeah, scale creep is a thing, obviously, but this is ridiculous. Good evening, Mr. Nick. Printing the head separately was a mistake. Yeah. That doesn't even look like heads anymore. Or does it? But yeah, LSR is doing his own little turn on guardsmen in the world of ones and zeros. Why? I don't know. I didn't have time to read all the project descriptions. And if there only was a way to ask him, but alas, there is none. Hello, Hazy Boy, welcome. Yeah, Wonky, that might be, but he's doing something with 40k in 15 mil, which is irritating. If you only have a army, wouldn't you at least have 2 armies to play a game. Oh, and a very intricate explanation on how to do 3D modeling guns, which I think is helpful to some. Surely information that's totally lost on me. Oh god, this is just about 3D modeling? Where's the actual miniatures? Holy crap, that's some work done into this. The Irish at Yadotville. Ah. Yes, you're right, Gerry. I was at the miniatures, and then I did the unforgivable thing of looking for more miniatures. Well, I'm looking forward to see how this is going to turn out in the long run and what this will become. And if there will be some other factions that will be brought to life by him to have something to shoot at. Would be quite boring to just have your Imperial Guard army sitting there doing nothing but looking interesting. Well, if you can't do any accent correctly, nobody knows what you're up to. Next on the docket, Ama-chan is doing the Dark Angels 5th Battle Company. So, I think this has been going on for some time by now. That's very green. And the work she's putting into her bases, I don't think I would do as much for bases. As a matter of fact, I do know I don't do as much for bases because I just can't be arsed. Oh, you dropped it a couple of times and restarted it. Yeah, well, I think that this is what Spring Clean Challenge is all about. Grabbing stuff that never left your mind and putting it back on the table. Rolled a 1 when firing plasma gun. Plasma gun goes poof. It was like Tommy Lee Jones talking to Brad Pitt. That would be much more funny to me, potentially, if I were to have a grasp on their original voices and not be used to them just being dubbed. See, this is what I said earlier. It's the project of unopened boxes. Oh, talking about strip minis. I think in the next few days I should be good to do some more scrubbing on my nids. Because I just now mentioned the nids, and have you heard Tommy Lee's? No, I don't think I have. Yes, man, having open boxes looked inside is one thing, but you know what I mean when I say unopened boxes. And even more stuff. Oh, this is not 40k, this is Fallout. This is 40k again, Fallout again. Yeah. I think we're past currently. Yes, we are. And we have been here. The worst fake accent spoken in Donegal. Let's see. We have one that's pretty near to my heart currently because I'm rewatching Stargate currently. And Ken Trieu is doing Stargate Apocalypse? Question mark? Something related to 7TV. Bringing together a bunch of minis that have been lurking several drawers since I realized I had a decent SG-1 alternate style setup. Ah. So there's the usual hazmat unit. Oh, Gerry has put up a video. I'm pretty sure if I click on that video, it's a horrible, horrible thing. Let me just go click. Let's all enjoy. Uh-oh.
Whoops! I called you Liam. Didn't I? Jimmy Dove. Much more lyrical than Liam McGivney. Much less Irish. Listen to me, Liam McGivney. I've come to bring you a gift.
What gift is that, Gerry?
It's the gift of pain, of course.
You're the reason they died, not me!
Oh, blame. Well, I suppose I'm to blame for the deaths of your new pals as well. Who's right, who's wrong? We were at war. Your conscience ended up causing the death of your own, Liam. You're a bad boy. You made me trigger the bomb too early.
I was trying to stop you. You said nobody was gonna get killed. There was people everywhere.
And look who paid. Your own sweetheart, your friends, me. Whilst you've been prancing around the streets of bloody America playing hero, I've been a man without a country. I spent the last 20 years of my life in jail.
Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah. I'm not going to judge anybody on their accent. I think that's something I shouldn't be doing. So there's a tower. The series was called Stargate, so Orc Watchtower does look like Orc. And the Stargate Ishness, which is what exactly? Oh, some weird wildlings. Some lads in pseudo-military clothing and semi-Stargate with things that look more like something for Eldari, question mark? Triangle bases. Yeah, the mattress on top has a nice touch. Well, it might be a little small. And some more terrain stuffings. What do we have here? 2 cars who don't really fit the timeline. Some hay and random assortments. Some soldiers. And I think this picture is the embodiment of Spring Clean Challenge. You got a buttload of stuff sitting somewhere And you need to get rid of it. I do like the fact that he's got the same wet palette as I am. Uses old man seeing aids. And has a big supply of chocolate eggs sitting next to his workplace. Yeah. He's close to what I have on painting space, so yeah, I know the feeling. Though my stuff can't fall off left and right, only towards me. That's just a normal hobby desk. Yeah, but the other spring clean projects usually don't show this starting point. And I think he knows what he's doing. He's just being humble about it. Where's my copy pasta? While that comment is going, the next one is Chesh. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think this project already won a golden button. If I'm not mistaken, or something similar. See, I do pay attention on the XLBS sometimes. And yeah. So I'm not going to comment on his disclaimer that he's using AI to help write his text. If he needs that as a tool, all fine. Not going to comment any further on that. So he just wants to go and play and is not going to paint. And that's totally fine. I feel this is something that more people should be embracing if they feel that painting their miniature is keeping them from having fun in their hobby. Yeah, that's it's I know that some people feel like you can only have fun on your hobby with painted miniatures, but then again, why? And sometimes it's a what do you call it? There's a shift in preferences on what you enjoy in your hobby. At least for me, it's at some times that I always seemingly enjoy building miniatures, but then it's a, well, rising tide thing for uh, gaming versus painting. Uh, really depends on personal mood and circumstances. Oh, I know, I remember why I remember this so directly. So there's a comment by Dignity, um, and I think that was a live comment on this show. Yeah, well done him. And I have come to notice that on the shows, now the third host is more often than not in the picture when two people are talking about some projects or indies or anything. Weird choice, but yeah, again. Definitely not Gerry and someone else's account. No. He wouldn't do such things, would he? Now, for the last project I picked out, I need to make something clear. Gerry needs to behave now, please. Rick's daughter has been doing a certain paint method for her miniatures, which I'm not going to spell out now. And I think simply the fact that she's come back almost 1.5 years later and finished her project is very recommendable. And her project is complete, which I think makes her project the first completed Spring Clean Hobby Challenge, which I'm all for. And because it's finished, we don't need to follow the project anymore because it's finished. And the actual end result is really, really nice. There's the big spooky one, Skelly 1, Skelly 2, and Skelly 3. And she even took the phones herself. Well, it's not a diary, and she did it herself. I'm not sure if I understand what any of that is that people are saying in chat. You're all very horrible people. Let me just go here, put this there. No Scully 4. But just actually, and this is completely honest, what I'm my honest opinion on these look better than some of my pictures or my miniatures I painted. They are really, really well done. Very well done indeed. So hoping that didn't help a wee bit. But these look really, really nice. A blister pack of 3 Halbert Scallybobs and a ghost. Yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, it's the fact that she also got around to use different colors on the Scallybobs. They're not very uniform, aside from the chainmail. If I had been that good of a painter at 10 years old with miniatures like these, I'd be very, very happy with myself. Nick would have, at 8, would have drank the paint and stabbed his brother with the minis. Well, yeah. having siblings surely is a thing. Oh, look. Discord finally chose to pop up. Fucking hell. I didn't even notice that it did appear. Hazy boy with the colors. Brain metabase approved. Oh, I can zoom you in a bit now. For my own convenience. And see a bit more of the chat. Wonky Goblin. At 10 years old, I had a fantasy paint set with 9 paints. Some of them looked interesting. Yeah. So these were the 12 oldest projects from the current Spring Clean challenge over at OTT. And where's your projects? Oh god, painting something with enamel paints. Yeah. I did model building at that age with enamel paints, and it just, yeah, horrible. I never heard the word thinner before, and I just applied the oil paints directly to the model, and yeah, you can guess how that went. Oh, I didn't need to throw away the brush. I had turpentine. I cleaned the brushes. Who thought it would be a good idea to leave a 10-year-old with turpentine and enamel paints? I mean, it certainly explains a lot of things now that I come to think of it. And yes, indeed, I am the madman. It really was a very different time. 40 years ago. Fuck me. Nick is abusing his brushes. Well, they're tools. All the new smart kids survived. Look at the playground equipment we had, which... Oh, the glue, yeah. I do recall having very interesting glue experiences. Yeah, using it's a weird what you call it, it's a weird habit that many hobbyists seems to have. They buy the most expensive tools to use to get better, and then they don't dare use it because then it's getting used and potentially breaks, which is mental. And I am guilty of that as well. I've got brushes I never even used once. Yeah, Tamiya is not really better, but the glue we used for school was having very nice fumes for gluing paper projects. And you could set them on fire. A good tube of uhu glue burns very interesting. See, Hazy Boy, that's what I mean. And to my defense, I got gifted a set of brushes by my wife, and one of them was the same size as one of the others. So that's the one that's still sitting in the drawer waiting to be used. As I've been, that's what the brushes are for, using them and being used. It's like buying paint and not using the paint because you will use it up. Of course you'll use it up. That's the whole point of the exercise. Broken Toad. That's a name I've never heard, but sure enough. Oh, where did I put? I bought myself a game. You probably can't read it because weird reflections. Dreamscape Collision, a German-made board game, miniatures game, I'd rather say, played on a 2x2. Just doesn't open. Played on a 2x2 of your own creation, using using cards. I'm going to do a semi-unboxing on this sometime in the near future. Beware, it'll be in German. Because the game is in German, it's for the German audience, so why not do it in German? I played this at the Bremer Tabletop Target earlier this year, and it's really fun. It's a quick and easy. It's enjoyable, and the 2-player starter set isn't that expensive at, what was it, 39 euros. But more to come on a video, if I can find time. And chat is talking about brushes to the nth degree. My good brushes are Winsor & Newton Series 7. Brushes for models, dude. Absolute is your go-to. Redverse is buying Fumui. How do you even pronounce that? Fumui. I'm still waiting on. There's a German. Oh, my brain. Someone who's painting other people's miniatures. I'm failing on that description. and she's doing a. She's trying to establish a synthetic brush that's as good as Sable, so that we can get rid of Sable. Commission painter. Thank you, Gerry. I'm not sure how far her project has gone yet. Yeah, Zoidpinner, that's the problem. She wants to establish a synthetic brush that's as good as the Sables. I'm not sure how she's going to do it, but she's really heavily going for it, and would be nice if that worked. I know this is probably not what we have wanted for today, but since the very rough start and my hastily running through the project, I think I'll do myself a favor with this 301st episode and do a really short one and have an early night. And you can't stop me. Hopefully next week Discord will play more nice. Yeah, I don't know what happened today. It's just totally fucked up. Tightly scripted 20 minutes. Yes, indeed. Let me put this aside again so that my workspace looks clean and neat, because I just cleaned the sucker. Excuse me. Yeah, chat. Well, if chat wants to continue buzzing, there's Discord, there's the OTT forums, which are actually OTT by now, and just continue chatting away. You have your means, and I will see you lot next week, or not, or maybe yes. And have a good one. Enjoy your evening. Taddy bye.